Welcome to the George FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss a midweek update as of Saturday night for round 17, so should be good. Yeah, won't go through all the games, take too long, but touch on a few things and just thoughts at what we should be doing this time of the year. And yeah, just go through how the team's sort of tracking, which is good. But in the podcast this week, we didn't really discuss much for this week. We more or less reflected on our trades, where it went wrong, what went right, and why, which I think was important. And yeah, hopefully that'll hold us in good stead going forward. But I think, this week has been good. I think a few weeks ago we discussed, do we trade a Merritt or a Lockie Neal? How did Lockie Neal go? I feel like he went well. 126, yeah. Will went 95. Merritt went huge. So when we're discussing it, I think I said, every time I've traded a premium this year, it's completely backfired. And tags will come for both Merritt and Neal, but when they don't come, they usually score pretty well. So maybe we need to be a bit firmer on holding your premiums, but I guess it depends on who you're getting. Like, is that going to get you like a Zach Butters or something? But yeah, the only letdown today was Baz was laid out and we had no cover. So maybe like looking at Taru's game, like a lot of spoils and looking quite good down there. Maybe he can do like 65. Would that be worth if I had a free trade, just having an F7? Would be nice. Jack Martin's another one. I didn't watch the Geelong game. Bit boring, Geelong and Richmond down at the Cattery with no Baz, so I chose not to watch that. But he's playing halfback, so pretty cruisy role. Probably can do 75 plus in that role. Would be a nice F7. But yeah, paying that extra 50k, that means I'd have no money in the bank, and that might affect my premium. So I'd rather put that money into a premium. But yeah, if I had a spare trade, sideways Cooper Simpson or something would be nice. How much is he? Who cares? 143. But yeah, maybe we'll get Campbell Gray back. I think he's 1 to 2 weeks as like an F7 or something if this happens again. But ideally, we don't want this because now we have no safeguard for this. So for those that have a Horn France, LDU got concussed early, you can't really do anything about that. So that's pretty rough. But I mean, the main ones. So Nas. Yeah, just watching Nas, he's very annoying to not own, and it's getting worse by the week, just watching him. Not sure what's happening with Sinclair, just not getting fed as much, whereas Nas is sort of just, every time there's space in the back half, he sort of runs into it. So like when they're playing slow, he gets a heap of them. When they play fast through the middle, he's there as well. So he's just getting so much pill, like 43, 42 touches. And yeah, the clangers are sort of not as prominent. Did miss 3 goals, kicked 0-3. This could have been a 180, 190. Rosie's been really good down back, and I'm surprised he's been low 500s all year. But Kircher was good. Slight worry on him. He was on the bike in the fourth quarter, and I think in that fourth quarter he kicked a goal, but he played forward, so did all the damage in the first 3 quarters. So I'm happy with this own. He's going to make a bit of money, so if something goes wrong, we can have a lot of money on his head now. I think it should be make 30k or whatever, 40k. But yeah, hopefully he's all good. We should have a longer break. Yeah, Sunday. He's got a pretty long break, but yeah, mids are solid. Cordwell is injured. No soft tissue, but an ankle. Didn't come back on the ground, so did get a gifted intercept goal. I think Moyle had a really bad turnover and Cordwell intercepted it and kicked the goal, so it was a bit lucky there, and that sort of saved his score because he wasn't tracking that well. But just a watch on his ankle. Nick Martin, the role was quite good with Nick Martin, but he just didn't score. He's got Richmond next week, so should be cruisy next week. But we'll see how he goes, because he's probably Rowan Marshall, Nick Martin, Josh Dacos, probably the 3 most important players. I need these guys to do well. And we'll touch on the other players in the review. But projected is 26-33, assuming none of the Freo boys get tagged into the ground against who they got again. Sydney, I think. Yeah, so hopefully There's no tag. Jordan Clark probably should have been tagged by now. He got tagged 2 or 3 times last year, which is built into his average, and he hasn't been tagged once this year. So the output's actually the same as last year, even though he's playing really well. But yeah, the output's the same as last year when you take out tags. So I think it's going to come at some point. Fingers crossed. But we'll just we'll go through not all the games. We'll click on all of them, but then we'll just look at the scores. So Sherry not subbed off. So Cherry will be fine. So Sherry had a HIA, didn't come back on, but passed, which means, yeah, it would have been Gorn versus second ruck if he didn't pass that. So that would have been catastrophic. Libba was really good, and yeah, English, not the worst pod. I think watching Darcy will be fine. It just, when the game was on the line, or when the game was close earlier on, first half, like, kept getting pushed under the ball, and it was like borderline free kick that he should have got. So this game, like, could have easily been a ton with this stat line. So I think if you have Darcy, you'll be fine. Quickly move on to the next game. So I don't think you want to own any Blues, especially Tom de Koning. Chera was okay. I think he played a little bit down back. They had Sard out, which may have affected that. But TDK with Pitney in the team, I think probably Pitney gets dropped, but we do see TDK. There are games where he just looks tired. Like, can he play at that level for a full season? The answer is no, and maybe that's why Pitney's in. But if Pitney's in again, I think you have to trade. You're going to lose too many points with the duo rucks. Nick was really good. I think it's probably his Brownlow to lose now. Maybe Sarong or Dawson are coming strong. Baz has missed 3 games now. It's going to be tough for that. Yeah, Ruckman, like, Cameron's good. I'm nearly an idiot with Josh Dacos, who's fine. He's actually gone better than Sinclair the last few, but yeah. And then Houston, like, I don't understand. How's he getting 11 touches, like, all Australian 2 years in a row, and just, like, invisible, like, not even close to premium. Eagles and Giants. So McCarthy, there's not a single ton on the West Coast team. Shanahan's going to be a good player for them, and the fact that they're, like, it's almost an incentive to lose Oscar Allen now. Pick 2 plusy blood games into Shanahan. How's Harley Reid going? Just out of curiosity. Okay, so he was low 300s. He's actually made a bit of money, but yeah. Like, could this be a starting pick next year? 66 average. I did 85 last year. With a full preseason, then we'll talk. But he's not going to be a top 8 mid. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, the more I play this game, like, the longer the season goes, the more I am sort of anti-mid price. But if the role is really good, which it will be, then we'll consider it. But yeah, I don't know. I hate messing around with mid prices because, like, you got to time the sell. You got to hope everything goes right. You know, we'll see. I said we wouldn't review, but yeah, Callahan's been a good pod. If you have him, I know a few people in Discord brought him in. And Ash has been really good. So Whitfield should come back. Whitfield's a target for sure. For those that want to go there, maybe you want to wait a week because he's coming back from a concussion that's gone for 2 weeks, which is always a little bit of a worry. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, for McCarthy is your 23rd premium. Would have been 22nd this week because of Horn Francis, but yeah, benches would have been tested for sure. There's not a lot, like, forgot to touch on it, but like, yeah, there's not a lot. Like, I just took the 0. There's not a lot I could really do. Like, I could have. Do I want to use a trade on a rookie at F7? Not really. Like, unless I get 2 outs in the forward line or something else goes wrong. And we do have cover in those other 2 lines, so just got to hope that things don't go double wrong. Essendon versus Gold Coast. So, yeah, we've seen, I mean, nothing needs to be said about Merritt not playing in the midfield. I don't blame them. from a football perspective, like if you're trying to win every single game, you cannot take him out of the midfield. It's insane. But if you're developing your players, I mean, you don't really want to push Parrish out for merit, but Cordwell and Durham are still pretty young. I don't know if they want to throw anyone else in there, like start of the year. Like if they want to give the kids a go and find out a bit more, then I understand moving him out of the midfield a little bit, but now they know. 40 touches was unbelievable, Zach Merritt, and did miss a goal, but I think he's got Richmond next week. He's going to be cheap. Like, we know that tags, 530k. Like, I'd probably get that for Zach Merritt. Looking at the fixture, so the interesting thing here is Dogs don't tag, Richmond don't tag. Bedford hasn't tagged for a fair while now, but do they, because it's Merritt, do they make an exception here? Jordan probably goes to him. His tags haven't been super effective lately, and it's probably 22, 23, like a Garcia or a Winhager, and then a Mullen there. And Chincotta's not even in the team, so I think you can probably... There's a chance we might be okay here as Merritt owners, because you can see where he's not going to get tagged into the ground in every game that we might have thought maybe a month ago, but that's all right. Caldwell, hopefully he's okay. 15 touches. Didn't do a whole lot this game, but fortunate with a good ratio. I reckon the CBAs were down as well, so that's one we'll look at. I like... Kane Corn said he's buying in on the Bombers, and there's something... They've got stuff to work with. Kako was sort of a breakout game from him today was really good. Caddy, we all know how good he can be. Roberts as well. So these three kids, it was good. I know there's only a 30 here, but I thought Luau was good today. But there's a little bit to work with here. They got 2 high picks in the draft as well this year. So you add those two in, all of a sudden you can start building that around your club, which will be good. Anderson, annoying non-owned, to be honest, because he just scores so heavily. They had a bit of a quiet patch early, didn't do much, but third quarter just got rolling. Rao, how many tackles did he have? 17. I think Laird has the record, and Berry has... I think Berry got 19 and Laird got 20 or something. I think. But I think Laird's got the record. Took's been pretty good. I'll show you average here. No. And 17 tackles for 97, pretty stiff, but didn't really touch much of the ball. Humphrey's becoming already is Crows gave up that pick for Rankin. Would you rather Humphrey or Rankin? I mean, I'm pretty happy with Rankin, but Humphrey's got a pretty frightening ceiling, so it'll be interesting to watch his development. Oh, excuse me. We zoomed in way too much here. Geelong Tigers. How long are we going for? We'll wrap it up within 15. I didn't watch this game. Couldn't be bothered. But Holmes. I think you don't have Holmes this week. Probably got away with it. Actually, I watched the first quarter and he butchered it pretty badly. So I was a bit lucky, and that's probably why. 36 touches, 100. You look at this stat line, 36 touches. I guess 1 tackle, 7 marks, a goal. You're probably looking at a 130, 140 minimum. Stewart didn't do much. It's all good. Nothing really on the... hopefully Lawler's all good. That sucks. Another hamstring. Send the boy to Qatar. Book his flights. I hope they're already booked, to be honest. Jack Martin must have been alright. 107 DT. A few people went there. Last one. There's 2 more. Brizzy and Port. I was sort of flicking between the 2 games. Probably more watch the other one. Whatever, all the mids. This is the most Brisbane stat line. 2 of them go 120. It's usually McLuggage always, and then Will and Dunkley in the 90s. So, pretty standard. Lowman, I got him in fantasy covering for Baz. But if you have him and he's your cover, you're pretty happy with a 90 there. Port, so Butters, not usually has a good ratio, but not today. crazy ratio from Bergman. But yeah, Rosie watched a bit in the fourth quarter, and I really like Rosie. Like, I know I'm a Crow supporter, but I really like Butters and Rosie. I enjoy watching him play. Saw Lukosh's fourth quarter had a bit of an impact. He's a beautiful kick, Luko. Him and Georgiades, I think it's a pretty good duo. Like, I don't mind Lukosius as a player at all. More you lead up, sort of forward. Horn Francis has been... 78 is not the worst in the forward line. You probably given up 20 points to probably, I don't know, whoever's in there. Beat Nick Martin, but I think the turn should be coming soon with him. So much for not reviewing every game, but just being quick. And Nas is just cooking at the moment. Nas, so I think the issue is Sinclair. What's going on 72? The DT was fine. Just not... He's not the one being given the ball much. Like, Sinclair probably earns it a bit more than Nas. It's not a slight on Nas, who, like, some of his kicks were unbelievable tonight. Like, apart from his finishing in front of goal, but yeah. Rowan, we know Rowan post-buy has always been, like... he's clear R1 in fantasy, and the ratio is not too bad at the moment, so I'm quite happy with Rowan. Went 160 last year on Meek, I think, unless Reeves was playing that game, but... he's, not the worst target. There is 2 hard games in there. Well, I think there might be 3. Oh, why am I doing that? Please don't be Sydney. Has he got Grundy, Sherry, Gorn back to back? Sydney next week. Not sure how that's going to go. Geelong should smash them, and then 2 really hard ones, and then 3 easy ones to finish, which should be good. So I don't know, like, I wouldn't, certainly not trading Sinclair. Like, 92 DT is fine. Like, I think he'll be fine. Just bit of a down patch at the moment. Like, it's not going to be... it feels awful if you have Sinclair, not Nas at the moment, but I think the gap surely closes a little bit. And McRae was good. Happy with him. Still a target. I think he's pretty cheap. Not much on Hawks. Sicily's one for next year. I don't know what's going on with Moore. Moore's a strange one. You'd think he'd been subbed a couple times, so maybe he's not. I don't know. Not sure. Anyway, that's how we're going this week. Said would finish up 18 minutes. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the review.